So much more. Please welcome Yurii Mashentsev.
Друзья, всем привет.
Hello everyone. I hope you have not fallen asleep yet. My presentation is going to be as long as 15 minutes, and I hope I will be able to cheer you up if necessary. Well, many of you, I'm sure, have seen a great movie, Beautiful Mind, featuring Russell Crowe, but not many of you know that it is a true story about Johnny Nash, who received Nobel Prize in 1994 for an economic law that sounds as follows: cooperation is better than competition. It's a deep thought, and today, by sharing my story, my evolution, I will demonstrate that and explain why cooperation is better than competition. And I will use some sport terms. Here you see UFC fighter, tough guy, and I always wanted to look like these fighters who fight on their own. And you also can see a team approach who has joint strategy, works together, and always achieves great results. So, talking about my experience, I had 8 years in food service, I had several cafes, and I ran across Fyodor's book. I was inspired by it, and it sounded innovative and great. And I remember a year and a half after I read it, I joined Dodo. Why? Because I had fears and doubts, because I was not sure what this franchising was about, what was so cool about this faraway town of Syktyvkar, where do I find great employees. And I remember Stas, one of the first guys to open restaurants, invited me to his place. And by the way, by that time, I lived in the city of Volgograd, and there was a great football team that already had won 44 cups, and I understood that there I could not open another Dodo place because already there was a partner, and I went to Moscow region, a town of Pushkino, and there I started fighting with the managing company. The first fight started at Syktyvkar during roundtable discussion, and there the level of Ratinos was 10%. I had never had such a level, and they said it's not a trick, but you understand what I felt. It's very difficult to put up with, and I saw that these great guys with enthusiasm know so much and achieved so much more than myself. Let's see what's going on here. Round 2, talking about my design, I opened my first Dodo restaurant. I have developed great posters, great pictures for the restaurants. The managing company does not approve of them. They say, no go, you can use our posters with robots, and they said those robots looked better than our pictures. While we felt upset, they still did not allow us to use my posters. Round 3, I went to a nearby supermarket to find that chicken fillet there was sold at a price cheaper than the price of our supplier for chicken fillet. And I started buying it there and fried it and sold it, and it was very successful. But the regional managing director said, you cannot do it. I was upset, still could not do it. Then round 4, lots of price gaps, lack of turnover, lots of problems. If my friends from nearby town had not helped me, I would have never survived. But the most interesting story was about the cheese, when we were able to buy cheese from the same producer, but from different supplier. And Ilya Zomba, with wordings I wouldn't relate to you, said that you cannot do it. Bashir Zhakhov, who I am cooperating with right now, would visit my pizza restaurant close to a closing hour to check whether I did not buy cheese on the side any longer. No, it was not pleasant, guys. But I had to overcome other challenges. So we started our fight with the matching company. We started fighting somewhere else. Location number 1, my traffic, 50 people per hour. Location 2, 100 people per hour. Location 3, 10 people per hour. And I took it off the top of my head. And this restaurant was located in the middle of nowhere with lots of garages around, near highway. And there was some terrible poster, and here we had 250 square meters, and I even wanted to rent half of the space. But remembering about chicken and cheese, I did not dare. And by the way, by using this opportunity, I'd like to ask the following question: why all our achievements are being voiced while we don't have another contest for champion of bad locations? Why did I choose such terrible locations? Because I thought I was cool and marketing will help me, but marketing did not help me. I still wanted to have a breakthrough. I did not have any money. I took 3 million rubles from investor and I spent them within 4 months. Let me make a pause here and think, what kind of results did I come up with? Zero. There was nothing to boast about. We had billboards, promoters, leaflets, text messaging. What else did we come up with? Nothing was going on. And then I felt really upset because we had bad revenue, still some disagreements with the managing company, lots of cashier gaps. I hired 50% of my personnel, some managers, and even pizza makers. I had to change the approach. The previous one did not work, obviously. So if I don't know what to do, I start another training, and I took an entrepreneurship course at Skolkovo Business School. And the most frequent question I asked from those around me sounded as follows: why do you need a franchising? It is an inefficient business model. It's not about real business. You can do it. You're great. And certainly it exerts pressure on your self-esteem. You think about your previous experience. It has an impact on your decision-making process, on your self-identification. But thanks to business school, they always enhanced partnership because they said that, yes, globalization speeds up the pace of change, and they explained to me that partnership is a link where all participants together create unique value. And now I will explain to you why it works. Look, guys, today, in order to build a great big project, you need to be a leader and an expert. 2 in 1. You need to be like a god. You need to be able to develop strategy and planning. You need to have a vision 10 years ahead. You need to be a guru of management. You need to be able to create turquoise companies. You need to be able to understand whether marketing works well or not. You need to be a financial expert. If you don't, foresee 10% of writing off, you will fail. You need to be really good. You need to understand in production in order to deliver hot product. You need to break supply chain. You need to attract investments, look for resources, and that's what what you should be able to do. It's challenging today. Business and food service can live for 3-4 years maximum. Then you need to redesign them. Think of transnational companies you know well, national aggregators. They can afford to be loss-making for 10 years for their future perspective. So the question for us, how are we going to survive? And it's not a trivial question. And my answer, we can do it by partnering with each other. What do you need to do here? You need to have a common goal, and it's not mind-boggling. We are talking about specific point where you are going all together with your team. So it's very specific again. Values. And it's not an abstract sentence. Your values are your communication filters. To be clear, I will give you an example. At certain point of time, me and my wife asked ourselves, what is respect? For me, respect is gratitude. For her, respect is a lack of criticizing. And if we do not synchronize this process, you would always experience conflicts. Same about business, same about partners, same about your relations with employees. So it is a very tangible thing. Additional competences, this is something what we have seen at the previous scheme. If Dodo as a brand develops, scales up its business, and I, as a franchisee, provide impeccable service, speed of delivery, tasty hot product. It's a great scheme, and it's very compatible. Two components are competitors, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. What is a Dodo today? The first goal is clear. We need to open Dodo pizza place on Mars. Elon Musk will travel there by that time. Openness, I think it is there. Each franchisee has 8 tattoos related to that. Yes, we are open and transparent and integral. Additional competencies. For me, it is obvious that Dodo today develops its ecosystem where we can develop new formats and experiments with engagement of franchisees. This year we had webinars and seminars with franchisees, for franchisees. There is a council of partners that is also very important. We are flexible in terms of using federal advertising. There are lots of projects for supply chain, and there are lots of great IT solutions that are implemented on a regular basis. Guys, franchisee is about entrepreneurship. Have no doubt. I also would like to thank my team. They certainly were instrumental in achieving the results we have today. And by the way, great news, marketing works. Thank you, Max. And as for location with zero traffic, today there we have a turnover of 4 million rubles. We have great production metrics, and I would like to thank Alevtina, Yekaterina, Andrei, and to Sergis.
And we are developing a partnership internally, and we have 2 open vacancies for partners. And to confirm all of the above said, I would like to mention 2 facts. And recently, with one of my partners, we visited a federal network of coffee shops, and when they learn we are from Dodo, they are asking how you are doing. And they asked me, Yura, how many pizza restaurants you have? 5, I say. And because having your five pizza restaurants, you can create 25 coffee shops like they have. And then I speak about the corporate structure, about the fund, how we voted for that we needed the quorum, that we have the council of partners. And then I asked them, are you ready to do the same today? And they said, no, we are not ready to do that, and at least with the franchisee. And I understand that we are about partnership and cooperation, and our colleagues are about the directive management style. And when people were asking me, what for do you need the franchise? Many people say that that was a fake. And I see those people buying franchises and moving forward. For me, that's a signal and a sign that we are on the right track, on the right way. And I would like to wish you strong partnership, great growth, and wonderful football.